Hi, kindergarten. So we are going to continue to explore story elements using our book for the week, The Three Billy Goats Gruff. We're going to look at a couple of different things during today's lesson, all right? Remember, there are 5 story elements that we've been really working through. We've talked a lot the last week using the Little Red Hen, and we're continuing to look at those story elements using the Three Billy Goats Gruff. We know that there are 5 story elements. Setting, characters, problem, resolution, that means how you solve the problem, and events. I'm going to talk about events today. I'm going to put a little check mark next to events. I also want to talk about characters a little bit too, so I'm going to put a check mark there. I'm going to talk about both of those today. Also, remember, we have our word list here with the words trip and trap. Remember, we talked about how some words can have multiple meanings, which means they can mean different things, the same word. So like trip could mean like to fall, or it could be to go on a vacation. And we talked about how the author used the words trip and trap to make it the sounds for when the billy goats cross the bridge. And we know that he used that word trap as a sound, but it also means trap could be to capture something. All right. I also have a thing here that says adjectives, and we're going to talk about those a little bit later in our lesson today. So let's talk about events. Okay, events are things that take place or happen in the story. All right, sequence of events means the order that things happen. Every book has 3 parts. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end to it. All right, 3 parts. And I like the idea of remembering the number 3 because there are 3 billy goats in this story, and they do things in a certain order. The way that things happen in the book is called the sequence of events. So remember, that's a really important story element to remember. So let's think about the beginning and the middle, and then we'll look at a picture at the end, and we'll talk more about that. Okay, remember there's 3 billy goats at the beginning. They live in a valley, and they're faced with a problem. Remember, we identified the problem. The problem was they wanted to cross the river to get to this nice field of grass and dandelions because they wanted to eat, and it says get fat. The problem was, the grumpy old troll that lived under the bridge, right? So that was the beginning of the story. They wanted to get across the bridge. Now the middle of the story is how they do it. All right, that would be the next events that take place, or the middle part of the story. And they go over the bridge one at a time. First the small billy goat, then the second billy goat, and they keep telling him, wait for the next billy goat because he's bigger. And then the third billy goat comes in. He's huge. He knocks the troll into the water. It says he butts him with his horns. And the troll says, I'm going to gobble you up. There he is. Bam! And he finishes crossing the bridge, meets his little brothers on the other side. And the end of the story is that they eat all the grass and dandelions that they want. So those are the order of the events that happen in the story. I kind of went sort of fast. Here's the last picture. They ate so much and they're taking a nap. So remember, events in a story are the order things happen. First, the billy goats noticed the green grassy hill, and they wanted to cross the river to get to that green grassy hill to eat. Second, they came up with a way to get across the bridge, and they took turns crossing the bridge. Small goat first, middle goat second, biggest goat last. And the biggest goat knocked the troll into the river. The end of the story, the last event, main event of the story, was that all 3 goats got to the field and they started to eat and get fat, right? So one of your activities today is to draw a picture of how the story ended. You're going to focus on the ending event from the story and draw a picture on Seesaw from Mr. D and Chef Biscotti. All right? So I'm going to talk about another thing here. We're going to talk about adjectives. Adjectives are words that describe things, okay? So we're going to talk about words that we could use to describe the 3 billy goats, all right? The 3 billy goats, okay? So I'm going to put my book up here with my magnet so that you can see it, I'm going to move this over a little bit. And so you can still see where it says adjectives. And I can also put my book up there. All right, so you can see both. And I'm going to get a friend to come out and help us today. All right, Chef Pischetti's going to come out, and we're going to talk to him about adjectives. So, Chef Pischetti, you ready? Oh, hi. Hi, kids. Hi. How you doing? Oh, we're good, Chef. How are you? Oh, I'm good. It's good to see you all. So, Chef, we're talking today about adjectives. Oh, I don't know what those are. Oh, adjectives are words that you use to describe something. Oh, like my shirt is white. Is white an adjective? Yeah, colors could be an adjective. Oh, good, good. What about your scarf that you're wearing? Your around your face, your neck here. If you had to describe it, oh, my scarf. Well, it's soft. Oh, yeah, you could talk about how something feels. Soft would be a good adjective. How about, is it red? Oh, yeah, it's red. So it's red. So red and soft scarf. Yeah, those are good adjectives. All right, so we've been reading a book called The Three Billy Goats Gruff. And I want to see if you can help me come up with some words to describe the three billy goats. Sure, I can do that. Let me see. Three billy goats. Well, I have a picture of the cover. Oh, let me see the picture. Oh, yeah, there they are. You see the goats? Yeah, I see the goats. So if you have to describe the three billy goats, how could you describe them? Well, they're all different colors. So I see one goat is white, one goat is brown, and one goat is black. Yeah, you could definitely say that they have different colors. Anything else about maybe their size or their appearance? One has really big horns. One has medium-sized horns. And one has little nubs. Their horns aren't come through yet. Yeah, that's right. Little nubs, medium-sized, and really big horns on that one. So would you say that one of those is really big? Oh, yeah, one is big. One is little. And I would say one's in the middle, medium-sized. Well, those are really good adjectives. Do you think one is light? Oh, yeah, the little white one is probably light. And I think the big one is heavier. He's heavy. Yeah, that's probably right. Yeah. So just their size, I would think maybe one is tiny, one is not so big, and one is big. Yeah, those are good words. Those are good words. So I had some words written here next to where it says adjectives. And these are some of the words that you use. Can you read them for the kids? Oh, yeah, I see. I'll point, you read. Oh, yeah, that word's big. Big's a good word. One of the billy goats was big. Tiny. Oh, yeah, the little white one was tiny. He went over the bridge first. Yeah, that's right. Heavy. Which one was heavy? Oh, the last billy goat was heavy. And little. Well, yeah, the white one, he's little and tiny, I would say. Yeah, that's right, Chef. So remember, adjectives, kids, are words that describe. Yeah, adjectives. They help make things more descriptive. That's right. That's how authors use words to describe what they're writing about, like the Three Billy Goats Gruff. So your second activity today is going to be to complete this paper. It's an activity on Seesaw. You're going to have a word box with words that you're going to drag to describe the three goats. Oh, yeah, the goats from the story. They're right there. Yeah, they're right there. There's the first Billy Goat's Gruff, the middle Billy Goat's Gruff, and the third Billy Goat's Gruff. And you're going to use the words at the bottom. They'll be on the side, and you'll drag them to describe the three Billy Goat's Gruff. If you can't read all the words, you might need a grown-up to help you sort out some of the words. When you're done with this, post it on Seesaw. All right. Now there's two activities for you to complete today. Make sure you post both of them on Seesaw before submitting your work. So we can't wait to see what you come up with. Oh yeah, I want to see how you do on your adjectives, and I can't wait to see the picture you draw today. Yeah. All right. So when you're done with your work, please post it for Mr. D. That's me, and for Chef Pischetti. Yeah, that's me. Post it for me. Yeah, we will. All right. Bye, kids. We'll see you tomorrow.